There are 5 elements of an assurance engagement. The first element of an assurance engagement is a three-party relationship. The first component of this element is the practitioner. The practitioner refers to the assurance provider, that is, the person who will provide an opinion relating to the subject matter information. The second component of this element is the responsible party. The responsible party is the party that is responsible for the subject matter. The responsible party is often the management of the entity. The third component of the three-party relationship is the intended users. The intended users are those who will read the assurance report and place reliance on it. For example, potential investors, creditors, and other stakeholders. Now let's apply the first element of an assurance engagement to an example. Married couple George and Martha are the sole proprietors of a small local fruit and veg business. Recently, Martha started making her own jam. George and Martha want to expand their current business to include the sale of their homemade jam. However, they need additional resources to assist with the jam production on a larger scale, such as additional equipment and the ability to source and purchase suitable packaging material for their various jam products. Therefore, they require financial support to cover the cost of the initial capital outlay, as well as related expenses. George and Martha have applied to First Aid Bank for finance. The bank manager was happy to approve the required finance on condition that George and Martha obtained satisfactory audit opinion for their current fruit and veg business. George and Martha engaged Paul, the audit partner of ABC Assurance Limited, to perform the audit. In terms of this example, who is the practitioner, responsible party, and intended user? The practitioner in this example would be Paul, as he is going to be the one that performs the audit engagement and provide the audit opinion. The responsible party would be George and Martha, as they are the sole proprietors and are responsible for the management of all the accounting records for the small business. The intended user in this example would be First Aid Bank. Specifically, the bank manager who will make the decision on behalf of First Aid Bank to provide finance to George and Martha based on the reliance that he would place on the audit opinion. The second element is the subject matter. Subject matter refers to the actual substance, item, or factor that is measured or evaluated. Subject matter can take different forms ranging from financial performance to behavioral. For example, compliance with rules and regulations specific to a particular industry will be behavioral in nature, and this could be the subject matter for an assurance engagement. In terms of our example with George and Martha, the subject matter would be the financial records. The financial statements itself would be the subject matter information. Suitable criteria refers to the benchmark or rules that is used to measure or evaluate the subject matter. Suitable criteria can either be established already, for example, standards or laws, or it can be developed for the measurement or evaluation of specific criteria. The international framework identifies 5 characteristics that all suitable criteria should have. These include relevance, completeness, reliability, neutrality, and understandability. In terms of our example with George and Martha's fruit and veg business, a suitable criteria for the preparation of their business's financial statements would be the International Financial Reporting Standards for Small and Medium Enterprises, that is, IFRS for SMEs. Before arriving at a conclusion, the practitioner must have gathered sufficient, appropriate evidence to support his or her opinion. The evaluation of what constitutes sufficient appropriate evidence requires 3 things, that is, the use of materiality, professional skepticism, and professional judgment. The concept of materiality and its application to assurance engagements is covered in more detail in Module 3. Professional skepticism and professional judgment are covered in separate clips within Module 1. The last element of assurance engagement is the written assurance report. The type of assurance report, as well as the different types of assurance opinions, are discussed in more detail in Module 5. To recap, there are 5 elements of an assurance engagement. Use this as a starting point for your spider diagram and add additional notes and information that would be relevant and applicable to your specific learning needs.